What's up guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to cover shell syntax in Lanos. I'm going to open a PDF and then show you what I want to cover in the scope of this course. So guys, without much talking, let's jump right into our PDF. So this is what I basically aim to teach you in the overall Lanos course. You can get this slide from in the description below. So we're going to look at shell scripting, shell syntax. So on shell syntax, this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn, right? You're going to learn shell operation, quoting, and comment in bash. So these are the things that you are going to learn in this bash course today. So I hope you are excited, because myself too, I'm excited. I feel that there isn't much content on bash on the internet, so I decided to try to teach it in a most standard way, right? In a way that cover the documentation. So if you check the bash documentation, you're gonna see that I'm actually following the bash documentation to teach you. So without much talking, let's look at shell operation, right? So there are two shell operations I want us to talk about today before we get down to quoting and comment. So basically, when you can open your terminal with Ctrl-Alt-T. Basically, when you open your terminal and then you run a command like cd, you are actually performing what we call inactively operation in the shell. But when you are running the command from the script, like you see I say cd, let me say ls, right? So when you are running the command from the script, you are actually performing a non-inactively operation, which means you just want to run a command from a file. Like in our previous video, we ran a command from a file, we saw how it executed. But if you are actually communicating, like writing the command with using the keyboard, you are actively communicating. So that is, you are actively working with the terminal. So these are the two basic ways that you work with the terminal. You either work with the terminal inactively or you work with it intuitively. So these are the two basic ways. You can check the documentation also for more information. And the other stuff I want to look at is for quoting. Quoting. There are basically three types of quote in Lanos. I want us to take a look at. There are three types of quote in Lanos. And these quotes are single quote, double quote, and auxiliary C standard quote. So single quote, let me clear this out. So single quote. In single quote, you only use like a single quote to do that. So you like do this. I'm a big fan of Quad, so I love his name, so most of it I'm using it. So you see this stuff here, right? Single quote and double quote, basically both of them do the same thing. So double quote, here is double quote, so you can double quote and single quote, the two quotes basically do the same thing, but there are differences, and that is what I want us to look at clearly here, right? Single quote does not understand whether there is a command between the quotation. It won't understand it. So firstly, I want us to look at, let us analyze this, right? In single quote, If there is any comment, it will just remove the value from the comment. So even if you have something in single quote like a variable, single quote will not understand that variable, rather it will just print into the screen. But first, let us see what double quote really understand. So double quote will execute that variable. It will execute the value of that variable. Typical example, if I come here and create a variable called name, guys, just for your own safety, don't leave space between this thing. If you do, you will get error. If you do, you'll get error. So don't try it. You always want to declare a variable with no space like this. So if I do name Josh, right, and I hit this, right, my variable is created now. So if I want to write, maybe like I want to write stuff in my single quote, so I can do this. I don't have to declare George now when I'm writing it. Since I'm using double quote here, I can just do the name of my variable and say so if I hit it now you get George is playing. But if it was single quote and I do that, let's see what we'll get. So if I do single quote and I do and you see it just gave me what I put in, so it doesn't have that. So there's a difference between the two quotes you want to actually look at. Another thing is that double quote will execute any reserved keyword within it, but single quote will not. So keep that in mind. So now we have understand single quote, we have understand double quote. I want us to look at another important quoting syntax, and that is the acyclic C. For those of you that do not know about the acyclic C, it's American National Standard. So American National Character Standard, sorry. So the acyclic C was a standard adapted from the C language. It followed the C language, how characters should be arranged. And also, if you want to read much on it, you can check on the documentation. So I just open the documentation to show you a bit of it. So if you see here, the acyclic C quoting. So these are all the basic ones, but we're going to be playing with a few today. I can cover all in the scope of this video, but we're going to be playing with this, we're going to be playing with this. So depending on whatever one you want to use at a particular time, you can come here and read about it, learn how to use it and use it. But I just want to get the basic understanding about it in this video, and that is what I aim to do. So let's get to it, guys. So let's clear our terminal. Okay, so now I told you I'm going to tell you about this character in a second. This is a logical character in Lambda that says execute if something exists. So let's say I want to put something on two line, right? We can use the new return key, the new syntax, the new character. So the new screen character, so it's going to be something like this, Josh, and then we can get this and we can go. So if I hit it now, you see I've just created a new line. This stuff is used to create new line, the /n. So basically what the slash bracket does is that it helps us to escape characters. So that is the slash. So now I got /n. So /v is a vertical tab. So /t, and you can come out to the documentation and read you whatever this one is. /arrow, this one means a cartridge return. This one is a tab. So let's say you want to tab something. So let's look at this one. So if I go here, I can go and do this. I can do this. I can do this. If you don't put an E there, you will get error. So that's it. If you don't put it dash E, you're gonna get error. Bash gonna throw you error. Sorry. So you want to do this, and let's look at this. Now you see we got space. Do you see that? We got space here. We got a space here. So this is the three major codes, and this is how you play with these coding in the command line. So I hope that I've been able to provide you with understanding about coding. So we're gonna look at a very important part of bash scripting that you need to understand, and that is comment, right? So a lot of part of bash is about explaining what you're actually writing, explaining to a person, because like I said, bash is a language that was used to create learners, to create learners, and even the core. So every code a developer writes, he must explain something, and whatever that is comment, it cannot be read by the computer. It is just there to help another developer understand what you are actually writing. So without much talking, I'm going to go back to our play file. So I'm open this, and then I hope it's still here. I'm gonna lace it first, and then I can nano into text. So remember this file from the first video. So if you like, you can do the dodge beam stuff, but I don't want to do it. I'm just going to sorry, this is a text file. It will not do what I actually want to do, so I'm going to exit. So a comment will not be read. Read. It will not be read. So it will just be there to document your code, and that is how you do a comment. We don't want to go deep, talk a lot of things about comment, because comment are just simple stuff. Even in the last program we wrote, firstly when we wrote our script, you did saw me commenting codes out. So I don't want to go deep into it, but that is all about comment, right? And basically you just want to do it like this. You go write more by creating a new line and saying this code will do this. So your computer will not read this thing out, your learner's machine will not read this thing out. And most developers sometimes don't do it, but it is possible that you do it, because in documentation wise, you must document what you are writing. Maybe we can open other files that are hidden to see how to do this in later videos. I'm going to show you actual real comment that in the core of this system. So let us look at a real comment shortly. I'm actually going to grab a cup of coffee. So let us look at a real comment, so that you know that comment will not be read by the system. I'm going to do, if you do ls.a, it's going to show you all your files, even your heading files. So if I do this, typically when I do this, you only see this. But then when I come and do this, it'll show me all, right? It'll show me all, including the ones that are hidden. So there are a lot of files that are hidden from us. And these files are not meant to be tampered with. Actually, these are system files. But I just for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you what's actually going on there. So if I do this, and if I do nano dot profile. So now we're going to look at our profile. So yeah, we got a bunch of codes, but let us come and see how actual comment look like. So you see, whoever wrote this file, they did a lot of documentation. This is how you document your code. This is a well outlined documented code. So you see, this is system code. This is why we love GNU, because the code is there. So you see, they say this profile executed by the command interpreter for login shell. So here you see they actually looking at how your profile gonna be, how you're gonna set up your profile. So we're gonna talk about the if statement in later video. I won't be covering it in this video. I won't be explaining this code to you in this video, but I promise to explain it to you and tell you how all this stuff work. But I'm very here to see real comment that is in the system. So this is a real comment, and your system running this comment is just there for the developer to see it. So guys, my time with you is over. I hope I was able to give you what you want in the scope of this video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and keep up. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get all our upcoming video on Bash. Thank you.